Hi traders, welcome back to the video. In this very video, I'm going to show you exactly how I trade. This is going to be exactly how I analyze the market, how I do my top-down analysis, how I approach the market every single day. So this was one of my setup from last week. This was one of my trade, and this was the play out right here, giving me about 1:4 risks to reward ratio, and I made about $500 from this very trade. Now this was another setup I took right here on GBP USD. This was another setup I took on GBP USD right here, and this other trade gave me another 1:4 risks to reward ratio, hit it full TP, and I made about $575 from this very trade. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how I took all of this trade, how I trade every single day. So I'm not going to waste time. Let me jump right into the video. So I'm going to use the bar replay on my trading view, showing you the trade I took, how I took them. So first, on that this was the first sell I took on gold last week, right? Now, if you notice, this other trade were on previous weeks, so I'm not gonna just show you how I took those ones. Let me just show you how I trade this week, right? How I traded this week, a couple of trades I took this week. This trade were from last week, and one of my subscribers was the one who asked me to do this very video. So shout out to him, and if you learn from this, just make sure you subscribe and drop the next video I should do in the comment section. Now, first is first, before I take any trade, before I go over jump on any markets, take any buy or sell, first I want to know, where is this price coming from and where is it heading to? Then if I'm taking this buy or I'm taking this sell, where am I expecting to get to? That's what top-down analysis does for you. So I do my top-down analysis every single time. So first things first, top-down analysis. Now, before I take any trade, I want to know, where is this price currently buying from and where is it buying to? Now, this is what it is. This price was going up. If it was going up, as it was going up, I can keep looking out for buys. I can keep looking out for how I'm going to buy, because I'm expecting to get to this key level. I'm expecting to get to this very level, and this level is always a level on a higher time frame, and top-down analysis is going to help you know this is where it's going to get to and start dropping. But if you don't do your top-down analysis, you'll keep taking buy mats, keep targeting different levels as you take profit. Then what happened? The price didn't get to that very level, it started dropping. All the money you are making, you've lost everything. That's if you don't jump out. If you want to keep holding, you lose everything. Why? Because you fail to understand key levels, and you fail to understand top-down analysis. This is another sell I took from last week. This price was dropping, but I knew it was gonna sell, but I was expecting to get to this breaker block first before selling. Now it started selling. This was a buy I took, right? I didn't take profit. I had my break even. It started dropping. I didn't take any sell yet because I didn't confirm it yet. But immediately I got it. That's a breaker block. That was how I took the trade. Right, so first I do my top-down analysis, and what I do here is I go to a higher time frame. I start my analysis from a higher time frame. First, once I go to any market, I want to go to a higher time frame, and I love to use my 4-hour time frame. Now, the 4-hour time frame, I want to mark out key levels. Since I'm just showing you how I do it, let me use my bar replay and just show you what I did, how I did it, and everything. Right, so my bar replay, okay. All right. Now take a look at this. This price is going up. This price currently started going up. Right, it's bullish. It's currently an uptrend. Started going up. On going up, I didn't take any buy. I waited for a setup, but it didn't trigger me. It just left me. It was a missed entry. Now, the price was buying. I know it was going to get to a point and start dropping and start selling. The price will not keep buying. That's what it is. Once it gets to that point, it's going to likely start dropping. Now, what I did is I mark out a key level where I expect the price to come to or get to, give a chance of further and start selling from. So that was what I did. On this very chart, now you're going to notice there was this level the price got to, started going up, which is now a breaker block. You guys should know what a breaker block is by now. If you're completely new, you don't know what a breaker block is, just go check out my complete structural liquidity plus POI video and go through it. You're gonna know what it is, right? And also, like you guys already know, I used the structural liquidity POI strategy. Now the price came down, went up. Automatically, this has been an order block, but the price just came, disregarded it, violated it without respecting it. Now that's not a level I'm not gonna likely now sell from. right? Since it was a level the price has previously violated, it supports not turning into a resistance. Now, what happened? Now, this is another key level. That's the first key level I marked out. This is another key level, a key major resistance, where the price has previously got into and sold off from. Right, that's the level I can as well mark out as a key level. Now, why do you mark out this key level and what are you expecting? First thing, if you mark out this key level, you're expecting the price to come there. And if the price get there, you might expect a reaction. You might expect it to start selling or keep buying, or get to key level and start buying, or get to key level and start selling. Then you can as well say, if I'm taking this very trade, let me target this very key level as my take profit, because I don't know if the price is gonna sell from there or buy from here. So that's what I keep doing every single time. If you notice that that sell I target a key level, which is where the price can start buying from. So I just start to take my profit right there. But if I just keep targeting without marking any key level, I will just see myself holding the profit and still the price reversing against me. Now, this was another major resistance level, which I can as well mark out. Right, which is this very resistance level where the price has seriously got into and sold off. Now, I didn't use this first resistance level because there was no clear liquidity present in the market. There was no clear liquidity, clear high, the price need to take out. Even if it's a little high just like this, the price having a major resistance before the key level, maybe a little high like this price sold off, that can be a liquidity protecting this other key level you've marked out. But there's a chance that the price will not sell from there. Right. Besides, once the price gets to a key level, I don't just jump on sell. I want to wait for my change of character as an extra confirmation. So that was why I didn't take this sell. I didn't take the trade from there. So this is another key level I can mark out. But this is not the level I'm going to take trade from. No, that's what I do on a 4-hour time frame. Then I now go to my entry time frame, 30 minutes, 1 hour, or 15 minutes sometimes. Now, this was the first key level I marked out, which is this very nearest one, which is this order block. On getting there was a reaction. The price sold off, but there was no clear change of character. There was no clear chance that the sellers were stepping in. And I'm going to show you. Take a look at what happened. You can see what happened. Immediately sold off, get to an order block and kept on buying. So there's a chance that sellers were not stepping into the market. And there was no clear change of character. Let me show you right on a lower time frame. Can you see that? There was no clear change of character right here. The price just took out all the liquidity, resting below this low, tap on this other block and continue buying because it's an uptrend. So now using that high as a key level, that key level as a liquidity, I know the price was gonna likely sell. I didn't take it at first. I didn't set any limit order, but immediately the price got there, it break to the downside. It came tap on an order block and dropped again. Now on tapping on that second order block, I know it was gonna keep selling, so I just had to enter for my sell. So take a look at where I entered for this sell on this very this way I dropped some of my setups, some trade I took. So this was where I took the sell. So I didn't even take it when the price just got to the key level. I didn't set any limit order. So that was why I took this very sell. Immediately I know sellers were now stepping in. And where did I expect the price to come to? I expected it to come to the nearest order block, right, which is I guess this very one right here. I expect price to take out this low liquidity, then even take out the second one, but I just have to target the nearest OB, which is my take profit. So that very trade now was targeted 1:4, and take a look at how it's played out. Sellers were stepping in, and even if you were not confident enough to take the trade at first, you can see there was another confirmation that the price gave. The price had this high, it came up, took out that high, then keep dropping. That's an extra confirmation that sellers are actually stepping in. On taking out that liquidity, you know what's going to happen. That's taking out the liquidity above the price. It's going to drop. If you take out the liquidity below the price, it's going to buy. Right? That's not what it is. You do it in an advanced way. I took it from a breaker block, using this as my liquidity, protecting the breaker block. The market is still very much bearish on gold, so that's why I took this very trade. Structural liquidity, POI. Then I took my sell, target 1:4, and it hit full TP. That was the first trade I took on gold. Then there was another trade I took on gold, of which this trade just went ahead and hit my stop loss straight up and hit full take profit. Right, it was so painful. Let me show you right here. Now this was the trade, and take a look at it. This was it right here. This was the the painful trade. Now, first things first, 4-hour time frame, which is what I do once I go to any chart. 4-hour time frame first, 4-hour or daily or any other time frame. This was where I marked out. I marked out this level where the price got to sold off, which is a major resistance, and the price just broke past it. It's now like a support to the price. So I just marked it out as a level I can potentially take is a buy from, because it was a resistance and the price violated it. It's now like a support, of which you can see right here, resistance, price can broke past it, is support. So that was where I marked that. I was trying to take my trade from there. So I had to go to my lower time frame to mark it out completely. And what I did wrong right here was I didn't wait for a complete change of character. That was another thing that I did wrong. So if you notice what I've been saying, I said on the price at that key level, what asked for a change of character. But with this, I just set my limit order. I guess I was busy. I had somewhere I had to be, so I just had to set the limit order and then left it. When I drop it on the Telegram, I didn't drop it as a signal. I dropped it as an analysis of what I'm expecting, right? So those who took the trade, those who did the analysis, probably they didn't take the trade, or those who took the trade, or I don't know, they will also stop that as well. Now take a look at it. Using this low as my liquidity, which is extremely important. My POI is a breaker block. Market is now bullish. Structural liquidity is present right there. Then I took my buy. What happened? It came, took me out first. I was in pain that very day. I was targeting 1:6. Just took me out first with this little move, and then boom, it started going up. Right, it was crazy. So this was another trade, and this trade, I guess I lost over $150 on that very trade. Was even this sale. This was on BTC. I'm going to also show you what I did on BTC right here. This was a trade I took on BTC. So that trade I lost over $100, but no, it was now up to $200. With this, now you're going to notice what I did. I made over $500 on the first trade. The second trade, I didn't lose up to $200 on that very trade. Right, there was another trade I took on BTC, and similar thing happened on that very trade. BTC hit my stop loss before buying up. Alright, this was a buy I took on BTC that hit stop loss and started going my way. Similar to that happened on gold. Everything was present, but this price just went crazy. Take a look at this right here. First, market was bullish, which I'm gonna use my bar replay, and market was in an uptrend. It tapped on a key level, broke out, changed character. It was now in an uptrend. So now I had this break of trust to the upside. Remember what I just said? It has got to a key level. So I must have done my 4-hour time frame mapping out key levels, resistance, supports, ending level, breaker block, where you expect the price to get to or react from. So the price has already got to the key level, started buying. Then I expect it to keep being bullish. Break of trust to the upside. First pullback after break of trust, liquidity, which is the liquidity. My POI was this other block. Everything was complete. Break of structure, POI, liquidity, which is the three things I trade. So everything was complete right here, but price just came. On coming down, you can see it created multiple liquidity present, right? It created multiple liquidity. On coming down, it just triggered me in, running a little profit, and boom, hitting my stop loss. Took me out, then hitting my full take profit. When I had the setup, if you notice, when I had the setup, the price was here, so that was where I was targeting as my TP. The price has not even created all of this move. So it created all of those moves, all of this different liquidity, but still took me out before buying. Right? It was a painful thing happening on BTC, happening on gold. Right? Gold was more painful. So this was the second, about the third trade I took. These three trades now were a personal trade. The trade I took on GBP USD was a general trade. I dropped it as a signal on my Telegram. The Telegram link will be in the description. Those that are not in the Telegram, and this trade hit full TP. 1:4 RR. Can you see it right here? And it was a setup right on my Telegram. I made over $570 something from this. Where's the setup right here? Alright, this was the signal I called out. Buy GBP USD now. So the buy limit order, sorry. GBP USD buy limit, I tap at the entry, stop loss, and everything. My plan, I don't risk more than $100 to $200. That's what I risk average on a trade. So on this trade, I was risking about $170 something thereabout. So the pips was about 17 pips. 17 pips now using one lot size is gonna be $170. So that's what I was risking on this very trade because I use one lot size. With this now, I will know I will not blow my account. But if you don't know this, I drop a signal, you just went ahead, enter the signal. I say buy gold and just go over buy gold with one lot size. You meet your account at zero in a few minutes because you don't know the lot size you're supposed to use. So that's also how you go about risk management. And I taught it in my last video, so just check it out. So this trade hit full TP and this was how I took it. This is gonna be the last analysis I'm gonna do, or the last trade recap I'm gonna do. So with everything I've said, I've given you how I trade. Right? It's not for you to just go to your chart, check my Telegram, some traders there, check your charts, see how I took those trades. Right? This was a personal trade. I didn't even take this. It was a correction for one of my students. I didn't take this other trade. So this was a trade I took. First things first, 4-hour time frame, which is one of the most important things. So by the way, I have a mentorship class where I teach students how I trade. If you want to join, it's about, I guess, $35 for 1 month. In Naira, it's about 40,000 Naira for 1 month. So just click on the link in the description to join. Once you make payments, you'll be added to my general group where you'll be getting lessons, do live class with you guys 2 times every week, live session 2 times every week with everyone. Right? So it's always there, live trading. Every time I do live trading with them as well. If you want to join, just click on the link and then you join. In the mentorship, I teach you everything, right? Everything I do, how I keep making consistent profits from the market and all of that, risk management, everything. Now, this is what it is. 4-hour time frame, there was a key level, a key major level the price has previously gotten here, sold off, coming back, just violated it. Now a breaker block. Now price started dropping. The same thing. Price was buying. It was buying. I can mark out the key level where it's gonna likely sell from, but it didn't get there at first. It didn't get there before reversing. So I know that it's gonna likely still buy. And the change of character was not even created. So the chance that it's gonna likely still buy. So what I did was I marked out the key level where I expect the price to retrace to and buy because it has not gotten to this other key level. You can mark out another one. Mark out multiple key levels. And once the price is there, you watch out for your lower time frame change of character, jump on your trade. So that was what I did. On the 4-hour time frame, I saw that this was a major breaker block. A major breaker block. On getting there, I didn't enter for the trade immediately. So take a look at when the price got there. My entry time frame is always 30, 15 minutes, 1-hour time frame. On getting there, price got there the first time. I didn't enter. I waited for a change of character. So let me show you. So let's see. Price was coming down, doing its thing. I didn't take any trade. So on getting there, I waited for a change of character so I can take my buy. So let's see what happened. This was when the change of character happened. So on Monday, I waited for this chart. I started my setup. I had my key level marked out. I was waiting for a change of character on Monday. Tuesday, I got the setup on Wednesday, and I dropped the setup. I dropped the signal for my group, right? Now I had to wait. I didn't jump on trades throughout those days. I took other trades on different currency, but I didn't jump on any trade on this very currency. So that's another thing I want to learn from how I trade. These are exactly how I trade. I have an amount I risk. I'm patient, waiting for my setup. Then I get all my confirmation before I take my trade. Right? I don't gamble. I don't just jump on trades. I don't flip accounts. Right? Just learn that from me. That's how I trade. That's how consistently bagging profit. I'm going to show you roughly estimate about how much I made this week. Now this was a change of character, break to the upside, break to the downside. So this change of character has a break of structure, which has now made it a valid one. So I marked out my order block. There was this low which was going to act as my liquidity, which is an example of a liquidity, which is the first pullback after a BOS to the upside. So that was the liquidity for me, and that was why I took this order buy, targeting this high. This was the first high I was targeting as my nearest liquidity. Then if I can keep holding, I can target the nearest key level, which the key level can also mark out on a 4-hour time frame because I expect the price to get there. So that was how I took this very buy, and the setup was dropped right there on my Telegram. My students took it. Those It was also dropped on a free Telegram. They also took it. Now, another thing I want to notice with me is also that I do most time hold trade till full take profit. This is what it is. In trading, if you're always caring about the profit, you won't make any money. Me personally, I do care about how much I'm making. I do care about profit a lot. Once I see small profit, I'll jump out. Once I see the price going in my favor, I'll start being happy. I'll start being excited. But once it's going against me, you start seeing me panicking. But recently, I no longer care about profits. I no longer care so much about how it's going. Maybe because I have other source of income. YouTube pays me, right? I have students I teach, they pay me, I teach them. I guess those two things. I have other source of income. I no longer feel bad if I hit stop loss. Right. And secondly, I don't risk my salary. I don't risk so much that's gonna make me feel bad. So with that, I'm not gonna feel bad once I'm losing, or even if I hit take profit, though the take profit is always much. I do make at least $400 on a single trade. Right. Over this week now, I made over $1,000 from the market. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. I'm making that amount. Last week I made roughly over $1,000. This week now I still made over $1,000. It's a cool and reasonable profit. Even if I'm not making $10,000 mark, I'm not making crazy money yet, right? The way every other trader is doing it, but at least I'm making reasonable amounts, right? I have that source of income. Now, this is what it is. If in trading you want to pick an amount you are comfortable losing, I was already comfortable losing that $170 I risked on this very trade. That was why I took it. That was why the trade reversed. Take a look at it. It retraced back, but I didn't close because I was already comfortable losing this amount, and I was not considering the profit. I was up about $300 profit. Let me show you on my Telegram. I was up $300 profit, but I didn't close out. Take a look at what I said to them. Take a look at what I told my student, or what I told my Telegram people. At 1:3, right? I was having an exam that day. At 1:3, which I was making over $300. I told them you can TP, you can hold, right? But me, take a look at it. I said you can TP and hold. My full TP is about 1:4.6, right? That was my full TP. That was what I was expecting. Now, I break even and everything. Take a look at what I told them. I said everyone is in good profit, right? Everyone is a good profit. My phone, my one problem, right? My problem is I always wait for take profit or just come back, take out the money you've been making. That's one thing, and that's how disciplined I am. It's either you hit take profit, which is my 1:4, I'll just collect my profit and run away, or you come back, take out all the money you've made me, and don't remove my money, which is the break even. So that's what I always do. At break even, I know I'm gonna feel bad because I saw some money, I didn't collect the money, but at least I was disciplined enough to follow my rule, and that's what is making me profitable. Now, this trade, it came down. At 1:3, I had them, if you can break even or take profit, that's up to you. Now, what did the price do? It retraced back down, almost hit my break even. Then finally started shooting up. I was now up over $489. If I take profit, maybe $300 profit, which is not a decent amount. And roughly that day or from that same trade, I made roughly about $575 from that same trade, which is a GBP USD buy with one lot size, which is a reasonable profit. At least I'm cool. I follow my rule. That's why I made that money. If I didn't follow my rule, I start jumping out, I won't make that money. And what did I say? What are you gonna learn from this very video now? First, I do my top down analysis. I don't just jump on trades, start buying or selling. I do my top down analysis. I analyze from a higher time frame, know what I'm expecting from any market. Right now, I know what I'm gonna do. Then, secondly, the second thing you want to notice with me is I have a certain amount I do risk. This is how I trade, and this is how I make profit. Then the third thing you want to notice with me is my risk to reward ratio, at least 1:3. If it's not the 1:3, I don't take the trade at all. Right? Then I don't over risk, right? And then another thing you want to learn from me is that I do most times hold my trade, right? It's also a thing that's gonna help you become good. I know once you're a complete beginner, once you're coming up, once you have not been making money from the market, trust me, it's very important to just, once you see your money, jump out. You see good money, collect your money and run away. But once you're now confident like me, you no longer feel the profit so crazy, it's a reasonable profit, but you're not gonna feel it much, right? Even if you hit take profit, hit stop loss, nothing's gonna shake in you. You can do like me. Hold till full TP 1:3 or back to break even. So with this, I believe this was helpful, and if you want me to do a video on any other topic, just drop it right in the comment section, and I will see you all in my next video. So take care, guys.